What's going on? What's going on, my good people? Welcome to another episode of Chopping Willie in the Morning, brought to you by Let the Film Speak. Willie Jack, how you doing this morning, bruh?
Hey, hey, man, y'all already know what's going on, man. Sunday morning, boy, I'm on. It's a good day. Yeah, I'll let y'all know how the day's going about 3:30. I'll let y'all know how the day going.
Gotcha. I know you feeling real good too, man, because you get one of your big dogs back this week, man. You get one of
Yeah,
your big
man.
dogs back, man.
Hey, big play TJ back in full effect, man. Yeah, big play TJ back in full effect, man. Hey, it's a good day so far. I tell you that.
Okay, gotcha. Willie Jack. Yeah, man. Like I said, another episode of Chopping Willie in the Morning, and y'all already know what to expect, man. We're gonna go through some of these games, give y'all previews, give you our predictions, break down some of this analysis, man. Maybe some bold predictions. You never know what you're gonna get in here, man. So definitely, we're gonna jump into all these different games that's happening today, and tap into the games that's happening on Monday. But before we jump into some of those, I gotta go through the house rules, Willie Jack. The
Come
house
on with it.
rules, man. So I only got 3 house rules, man. 3 house rules. You and Chopping Willie Jack's house. We providing entertainment. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you like. All right. Make sure you like when you walk in the door. You know the next thing, man. Don't be selfish. Share the wealth, man. You got some wings on your plate. You brought some chitlins, man. Bring somebody else something, man. You going in the refrigerator. You got 2 hands. Grab 2 drinks. Bring somebody else a drink, man. That means I need you to share, man. Share this, man. Get it out to my people.
Hey, so you got 12 lemon pepper. Get off one, big dog.
You
You
hear
let
me?
one go.
You know what I'm saying? Just one, man. And last but not least, you know what I'm saying? I need y'all to subscribe, man. If y'all want to know when the next time we having to get together, when the next time we having a few people through, you got to subscribe. Let us know what's going on, or for us to let you know what's going on. And you can tap in with us on Sunday mornings and Wednesday nights. Y'all know what times, man. Sunday mornings at 10, Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. So y'all know what time it is. Tap in with your boys, dog. Tap in with your boys. Now, Willie Jack, it's time to go ahead and jump into this, man. Now, we're not going to jump into the predictions just yet, because first we got to talk about that Thursday night game, man. And Thursday night, we had Atlanta going to Carolina to take on the Panthers. Panthers end up coming away with this W, man, 25-15. Willie Jack, talk to me about this one, man.
Yeah, man. And so I had the Panthers winning that game, so I was cool there. But man, I really thought that we get to see Baker play this way, the way PJ Walker started that game and the way Baker finished it. And so I thought that this would be the perfect time to transition on back. But of course, PJ, that ended up not transpiring. PJ got the start and played relatively well. I mean, well enough that they got a dub. Now I did hear some style of commentary. They was talking that as a perimeter of the Baker Mayfield trade, etc., with this year essentially being a lost year for the Panthers, they're talking about they want to mindfully keep Baker's overall snap count or his starts or his appearances, keep those in line so that the price they paid, it was conditional. And I wish I should have pulled it up. It was a conditional style pick. And so the pick increases in value the more he plays. And so with this being an obvious year where, you know what I'm saying, they've sold off, you know what I'm saying, they went ahead and let go C-Mac. They kept the homegrown pieces that they wanted to keep. This is a team that they're looking to get in the top 5 so they can get one of those big 3 quarterbacks coming out. And so that's another thing that I think may have had an effect on this. But of course, still, like I said, PJ came in and the team performed well around him. Man, Mariota had some ugly ball in this game, man. Mariota had some very ugly ball. And the thing about it is the stat line, well, I should have pulled it up. The stat line was probably the same as what it always is. Right around 150 yards passing if he's lucky. You know what I mean? Somewhere between 40 and 70 rushing yards. Maybe one touchdown between, you know what I mean? So he still did what he had been doing, but I'm telling you, it looked very, it looked Malik Willis at times. It looked awful Malik Willis is at times. Help me out there. You know what I'm trying to say? And then as soon as Mariota looked bad, man, guess what happened, bro? And Black, I just actually seen this morning, Black. Wake up and get in here, boy. Kendall Gilliard, he in the game. Come on with it. First thing he on my head, hey, bro, I told you they need to put Ritter in. Because remember we was talking about it on the last show? Like,
yeah, we definitely talked about the last show.
Yeah, I was like, man, I don't know if it's time for Ritter. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got Andrew Luck waiting in the wings. You know what I'm saying? Like, Ritter is still who he is as well, and they still competing. But
that was a part of what we talked about too, Willie Jack, is well, first and foremost, we all know things change week to week. You know what I'm saying? So just because something needs to happen this week doesn't mean it needed to happen last week. As we talked about when we were talking about the show, the Atlanta Falcons were in first place. You know what I'm saying? You don't change out your quarterback on a first place team just to help out or just help out the growth or see where your rookie quarterback is. You know what I'm saying? Because at that point, he can come in and just completely, tear everything apart. Now you're not in first place no more, and now you just turn into one of the worst teams. And this team has the type of roster that could easily do that. So just like I said, just because this week people feel a little different, and it's one bad game, I'm still not ready to turn over the keys just yet. Just because it was one bad game don't mean we turn the keys over. Let's not overreact on this. You know what I'm saying? It's a bad game. But like I said too, maybe later on down the season is when we begin to see that. But we'll see how the season goes for sure. But going into this game though, and before I really jump into it, got a couple people that dropped in for us, man. Tom in the building, Greg Squires is in the building.
Walk in the building. What's going on?
Miles in here, Jarrell, Day One Gang also in the building.
Day One Gang, Jarrell in the building.
Hey, and probably the most special guest that we have, not only my wife, but my baby girl is in the building. You know what I'm saying? She tuned in. I'm getting her started early and often with football, man. She sits there. She sits on the couch with me, man, watches the game, and I'm talking about don't say a word, man. She don't say a peep. She just be looking. Probably don't know what she looking at. She just see the colors and the helmets and stuff, and she be watching it with me, man. So baby girl in the building, man. That's what I'm talking about.
Baby love, what's going on?
For sure.
Hey, and Greg in the thing, man, he said, man, he apologized for missing last week, man. He said, what's going on? I told him, man, you know what's going on, man. Same thing. Just the usual. Nothing too different. Nothing too special. Real football fans, man. Y'all know what's going on, man. Come on now.
Y'all know where we at. Y'all know where we at, man. But into the game, I got a couple notes within this game too, man. Like you said, Mariota had a rough game. I mean, he did look terrible. And PJ Walker came in and he did what he was supposed to do to get this team to W. But the one guy I do want to talk about is Deontay Foreman, man. Great game, 31 carries, 130 yards on the ground and a touchdown, man. He really was the catalyst and the reason why the Carolina Panthers were able to come away with this victory pretty convincingly, man. So kudos to him. But Carolina just took care of business, and it was also a wet game too. And so defenses had a little bit of an advantage in these type of games, and that Carolina defense did enough, to slow down this offense. Not that they're a high-powered offense anyway, but they did what they were supposed to do, and Carolina comes away with this W, man. So they come away with the easy W. All right, Willie Jack. Now, of course, we got to get into these games today, man. We got to talk about the games today. But before we jump into that, we got one going on right now, man. We got a game going on in Germany as we speak, man. And as we speak, Tampa Bay is up 14-3 in the third quarter with 12:05 to play, man. So we got a little bit of game left. But right now, Tampa Bay is up, man. And I can tell you, I did get a chance to watch pretty much this entire first half. And this offense of Tampa Bay is looking really different from what we've seen the first few weeks, man, or actually this entire season. I ain't gonna say a few weeks because it's been more than a few weeks. It's been a lot of weeks. So this team and this offense is looking a lot different. They got the run game going, and of course we're gonna keep y'all updated as this game goes on as to what's going on, and keep y'all in the loop as far as the scores and everything like that. I know we got a few people in here probably watching the game, so I know y'all gonna keep us on our toes too. So we appreciate y'all. I'm gonna do this early before y'all even get to it. We appreciate y'all for doing this, man. If y'all beat me to the punch. But let's go ahead and jump into some of these games, Willie Jack. First one on the slate, man. We got Detroit going to Chicago to take on the Bears. I'm going Chicago in this game, Willie Jack. I'm going Chicago, and it's time for me to get back on, man. I remember the last time we talked about this a few weeks ago. Well, it was probably about 4 or 5 weeks ago. We and I told you I was barely holding on by a thread when I was talking about that Pro Bowl Justin Fields talk. You know what I'm saying? The wheels.
Well, hold on, you didn't cook that boy. You ain't pull him out the oven.
Listen, I ain't pulled him out the oven. No, I ain't pulled him out the oven. So I only cook teams, man. I just cook teams. I ain't cooking. But I'm gonna tell you like this. Yeah, it is chopping, just like you and Brissett, Miles. But anyway, man. I'm gonna talk to you like this.
Chop got some real. Miles got some real love for Brissett, boy.
Hey. So respect mine. I respect yours. Respect mine. Yeah. Look, I'm gonna talk to you like this, man. What we've seen from the last few weeks, once they made that change in that offense for Chicago, we've seen a different team. We've seen a team that's able to move the ball much more efficiently, much more effectively. They put in things specifically that goes well with Justin Fields' skill set, him being able to run the ball. We know right now he's not your traditional pocket passer. So let's not make him that. And that's what I think they've switched and they start doing. And they've been seeing a lot more success from this offense as far as a lot more points. a lot more people being involved in this offense. They went to more of a running back by committee approach with Montgomery and Herbert now. You know what I'm saying? So they're utilizing a lot more pieces on this offense, and now it's looking like, okay, now we can start building something. Now you know what you have. Now it's starting to build off of that. On the other side of that, you got Detroit, man. Now they coming off of a really big win against the Green Bay team, but Green Bay hasn't been playing well, as we know anyway. You know, so Green Bay has been struggling, and regardless of what Green Bay did on offense, I still don't believe in this offense, and I definitely don't believe in them this week, you know, with the way that they'll be attacked by the Chicago offense. So yeah, I'm going Chicago in this game, and I think it'll be some points scored on this one, man. So I'm gonna go 34-31, man. Chicago over Detroit, man. 34-31. Chicago ain't gonna stop nobody. Detroit ain't gonna stop nobody. This may be one of the most entertaining games of this week. And you know what? I'm starting off with a bang, man. Performer of the week, Justin Fields. Performer of the week, man.
All right.
He's going to throw – now, this is going to sound weird to y'all, but this is just his stats. You know what I'm saying? He's going to throw for 225 yards. You know what I'm saying? But he's going to count for 4 touchdowns. It may be 2 on the ground, 2 in the air. It may be 3 on the ground, 1 in the air. It may be 3 in the air, 1 on the ground. But he's accounting for 4 touchdowns this game, man. Expect a big game for my dog, Justin Fields, man. 4 touchdowns.
False start on the play. You started off so strong, you got going a little early. If you're going to make a Justin Fields prediction, you not going to include the rushing yards?
You're right. So let me put it in.
225 rushing yards.
So okay, 97 rushing yards.
There you go. We're not just gonna leave off the rushing yards now.
You're right. He gonna have at least 225 passing yards, 80 rushing yards, and we're getting 4 touchdowns. 4 touchdowns.
Ooh.
I don't know how they coming, which way they coming, but it's 4 touchdowns coming. Justin Fields, performer of the week, man. There you go. We started off.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I like that. I also kind of had something similar. Well, no, I'm not gonna say that. I didn't give him all 4 touchdowns, but I do think this could be an entertaining game, just like you said. Sure. So Detroit's defense, we know outside of Green Bay, they can't stop nosebleeds, and they can't stop Green Bay. Green Bay's the only thing on their stop list. And then nosebleeds, you know what I'm saying? Like anything else on the other side of that list, they can't stop it all. But I do think this game has a chance to go back and forth a little bit. Now, I didn't necessarily have it. I didn't have as much scoring, but I've got a 28-24 in a pretty close or like a close enough game. And then I also think, man, that Justin Fields does carry the day. Honestly, man, I'd have felt better switching those. I'd have gave you 80 passing and 200 rushing before I gave you 200 passing. Because I feel like that 225 is a little aggressive.
That's why it's the performer of the week, man.
80 is a little short. The boy just went for 180 last week. He's got a worse defense this week. Hey,
but there was at the same time there was an NFL record though. I don't see him doing that right back.
And that's true. That's true. But if ever you were gonna break your own record, Chop, in consecutive weeks, if ever you was gonna do it, it may be at home against this Detroit Lions defense. That's all I'm saying.
You might be right. But you might be right.
No, I ain't gonna put that on him, man. But I'm gonna take Chicago at home as well, though, man. 28-24. I do think Justin Fields has a big day, but I think it is kind of like you were saying with that running back by committee. Justin Fields is one of those type of guys where, or at least how I look at players, some players, he's good for 2 regardless. 1 in the air, 1 on the ground. I'm always gonna assume he's got 1 in the air and 1 in the ground. So he's always got at least 2. Then anything from there is, you know what I'm saying, is business. Like Patty. I'm always gonna give Patty 2 in there. I'm just always gonna give Patty 2. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So he's honestly that style of guy. And so I do feel confident in him getting left 2. The only thing that worries me about those 4s, because like you said, they got that tandem with Montgomery and Herbert, so they may get 1 from them. But no, I like everything else you said about this game, though, man. They definitely made that change to suit Justin Fields, and there's been an obvious and notable increase as well. So kudos to them for finally, you know what I mean, doing that. And then honestly, man, quiet as kept. Let Chicago put 2 or 3 of these things together now. Hey, let Chicago put 2 or 3 of these things
I'm saying is Turbo Justin Fields. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
I ain't gonna lie. So we're gonna have Jalen Hurts, Big Gino, and Justin Fields in the NFC. Hey, I'm here for it. Hey,
it depends. It depends. One of them it might not be Hurts. Well, Hurts is gonna be a Pro Bowl, but he gonna be playing in the playoffs. So he ain't going to the Pro Bowl.
Yeah. Boy, the Super Bowl would have looked like, but
right now that's what it looked like.
Yeah.
But it might not. But my cousins too. Cousins is in that mix.
Oh no, you're right. Yeah, Kirk Cousins. Yeah,
yeah.
right.
So
Yeah,
that, but I'm banking on one of those guys being still in the playoffs. Justin Fields getting that spot, bro.
Yeah. Now you might be on something, man. We had to see though. It's still, but he got a lot of ground to cover. But yeah, but the way they going these last couple games, man, I ain't mad at it.
For sure. On to the next one, Willie Jack. Let's talk about it, man. We got Denver going to Tennessee to take on the Titans. Who you got in this one, Willie?
Man, I got Tennessee in this one. Man, Tennessee, and I was looking at the pregame announcements or whatever, but Tennessee's pretty beat up. And so they're going to be without a few, well, more than a few pieces. Justin Simmons is out. Bud Dupree's out for what that's worth to you. Well, I shouldn't say that because Bud Dupree is a solid player, but he's just not a premier player.
I get what you mean.
But yeah, he's out. Justin Simmons is out. Now that one may hurt. And then we've got a couple other guys sprinkled in there as well. But all said though, now here's the thing: Tannehill's listed as questionable, and I was trying to look it up, but man, unless you've heard something from the sources. Do we know?
It's looking like Tannehill will be playing though.
Okay.
It's looking like they are expecting him to start. Yeah, he was. He is still listed as questionable, but they are expecting him to start. So I expect him to be out there and playing this particular game.
Okay.
If we were talking about Malik Willis, then I think we might be talking about something a little different.
That's what I was gonna say, bro. That's exactly where I was going. So now if Tanny's playing, man, I'm going to take Tennessee at home. 26-23. Now credit to the Broncos, man. They went. You know, they found a little mojo. You know what I'm saying? They got it going a little bit. And plus they still have that defense. Even without Bradley Chubb, they still got Patrick Surtain playing at an all-pro level. And like I said, the rest of that defense, I mean, that's just a stingy defense itself anyway. So I think that it is going to be, I think this is a game that it may not be as appealing to see. I think it'll appear more of a defensive game, but I think Tennessee will pull away, man, 26-23.
Gotcha. And Willie Jack, you know what? Forget it, man. I'm going Denver in this game, man. I'm going Denver for this reason. Not only Bud Dupree is out, but Jeffrey Simmons is out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They're pretty much one of the best defensive players. Him and Kevin Byard, of course, we know. Mm-hmm. But I'm gonna go Denver, man. I got a feeling, man. This is the week they start to get things together. You know, they got that W a couple weeks ago against Jacksonville. Mm-hmm. They went on their bye week. They got a chance to really prepare for this Tennessee game. Tennessee is coming into it banged up. We know Denver's defense is nice. Now, they will be out Justin Simmons this game, but the part that they really have to worry about is their run defense. So it's defense. And if they can get their run defense together and they play solid, I think this game matches up well for Denver because of the passing. I think if Russell Wilson can hit a few passes, put some things together, they'll be all right against this Tennessee team. And I'm going to go Denver, man. I'm going Denver in this game. Give me 27-24, man. My final score of this game, 27-24. Okay. I got Denver over Tennessee, brother.
Now here's the only thing I would ask you about this, Chop, because I don't want you. I know you've been struggling. I know you're like eighth in the pick'em. You know, I know you're looking up at a lot of folks right now. I just want you to realize that you just told me that High-Knees Wilson is going to dice up this same Tennessee Titans defense that kept Patty in check. I mean, they kept him in check for 450 yards, but the boy only threw 2 touchdowns. But they only scored 20 points, though, Chop. But they only scored 20 points.
I'm going to tell you like this.
High-Knees Wilson got it in him. I don't know, man.
This is the thing, man. And then the part they were successful a little bit against this team, you know, man. But at the end of the day, Pat Mahomes came through. They ain't stopped the passing game. And I don't think they're going to I think that's the part where Denver can attack them. They can attack them in the passing game with those weapons on the outside. Mm-hmm. Now, like I said, they have struggled. It hasn't been roses and bubbles all year long. You know what I'm saying? But I think that they can start to put something together. And I think it's going to be harder, unlike against Kansas City, where Denver was able to run the ball easily and kind of move and control the clock. That was a part of it too. Yeah. They were able to control the clock. I don't think they're going to be able to control the clock as much in this particular game because you're going to have a few 3-and-outs. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a few 3-and-outs. It's going to be tough to pass the ball. It's going to be tough to run the ball. It's going to be a tougher game for them on offense, which is going to give Denver more opportunity. So that's where I'm at with this one, brother.
No, that's not a bad take. And real quick, man, we need to give a shout out to Christian Fulton as well, man, the DB for LSU, starting corner for the Titans. He's been playing some decent ball, man, these last few weeks.
For sure.
Well. So, yeah, sure. I seen you, bro. Come on with it.
All right. I got you. I figured you were going to shout him out. That was your boy, man. I think you had him as like, what, number 1, number 2 corner coming out, something like that?
No, he was in my top 5. No, his class was stacked. Remember, we'll talk about it. That was remember your boy from Northwestern? That was your top corner that year?
Oh, that was my dog, Greg Newsom.
Yeah, they had like 7 guys coming out. That was a big class. That was a big corner class. He was in my top 5, though.
For sure. All right, on to the next one, Willie Jack. We got Jacksonville going to Kansas City to take on the Chiefs, and this was pretty easy for me, man. I'm going Kansas City, man. I'm going Kansas City. I just think there'll be too much for this Jacksonville team. Although they are able to put some things together here and there, I don't think it'll be enough for Andy Reid and this offense here. The Jacksonville defense, I do have to give them the credit, man. They've been playing some solid ball all year long. They've been stopping the run and playing good against the pass, but this is just a different animal this week. And you going to KC, you got to go see them guys, man. I think it's going to be a little bit harder on them. And then this KC team is just going to be too prepared, man, under Andy Reid. So I'm going Kansas City in this game, and I'm not going to give them a ton of points. I give them 27. But it's going to be 27-17. That will be the final score of the game for me.
All right, man. It's only right, man. We got our resident Chiefs fan, my big dog Miles, kind of little brother builder, man. So it's only right, man.
I'm so glad you call him a Chiefs fan too. I know that'd be rough. I know that ruffles his feathers a little bit because he's a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. But I'm glad you just go here with
he ain't been to the. Hey, he didn't miss the last couple meetings, bro.
He a KC fan.
Hey, he didn't miss the last couple meetings, dog. Hey, man. But no, I'm not gonna lie, Chop. This has upset written all over.
Hey, man, don't talk to me unless Scary Money don't make no money.
Hey, this has upset written all over for me, Chop. I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm thinking like Kansas City just had a real little battle, man, with Tennessee. Tennessee with Malik Willis at the helm. So they went to overtime to beat the Chiefs, and it was 11-10. And so I see that tough, very physical game. I don't know if you ever checked out Travis Kelce and Jason Kelce's new podcast. They got the two brothers. But
I seen a little bit of it, but I haven't really got dove into it though.
Yeah, but no, I ain't gonna lie, man. It's kind of dope. It's cool, you know what I mean. But Travis Kelce talks about that game and about the beating that like playing that type of team, Tennessee, and like man, like listen to him, like boys look like they just came out of a war.
But you know what though? But you know what? Tennessee always plays Kansas City like that. I don't know if you remember a couple years ago in the playoffs. Tennessee started off hot. I'm talking about they were running the score up on Kansas City. Yeah. And then sure enough, Patty Mahomes does the same thing. He brings them back, and he wins the
second half or something like that.
But when Tennessee and KC meet, man, Tennessee always plays KC that way, man.
No, but you know what it made me think of though? Like, man, I know a lot of y'all in here, man. Y'all just found football last week. So y'all might not remember all this. But about 10 years ago, man, a couple teams around the league, man, you know what I'm saying? Baltimore, Pittsburgh, the Legion of Boom. When you played these teams and got beat up like that, and then the next week, man, when you still feel those aches and bruises, like there was this crazy stat that was like the week after playing like the Legion of Boom, teams were like 6-24, something weird. And so what I'm thinking is like, man, Kansas City had this real tough win. They go to overtime to beat Tennessee, who was a man down. And then you come back and you should have, on paper, a soft, easy get back game in Jacksonville, and they come to the crib. And this is the perfect recipe, Chop. This is the perfect recipe for something strange to happen.
Okay.
Now I'm not gonna bet it, but I just wanted to have that footage secured in case something crazy happens. So the beam footage is reserved in case something happens. Okay. But I am gonna take Kansas City to get it done. The machine that is Patrick Mahomes, man. I'll try to tell you what, boy. The ugliest, most impressive quarterback scramble touchdown I've seen in quite a while. Boy, I thought he was falling. He juked somebody. I thought he was about to fall down to the turf monster.
Hey, you know what? Patrick Mahomes do got a little bit of clumsy scramble to him.
That's what I'm saying.
A little clumsy scramble.
It was. I was just like, Patty, go down, bro. I thought I was worried about getting hurt, getting smoked. Patty, go down, bro. It looked like he's gonna fall. It was an off-balance juke.
Yeah, he fell into the end zone.
It fell into the end zone. But I'm gonna take Kansas City at the crib 30-20. But I did want to just have it out there, man. And I'm not gonna lie, man. This could be one, man. Maybe Jacksonville gets in there and surprises somebody, man. They come out there, they fired up, ready to go. And Kansas City just thought they was gonna sleep through this one, and they might wake up with a game on their hands.
Not this time, huh? Not this time.
I did that last week. I can't give you another one. I'm gonna still take Kansas City on paper.
But you pulled one out though. You pulled a Detroit.
I pulled the second one out. The first one though, the first one is the one that I was like, it was Carolina and Cincinnati. Okay. You got me there. Yeah, you did.
Yeah, Cincinnati bust their head, but that's all right.
Double them boys up.
Hey, we all been there before, Willie Jack. It's all good. Don't even worry about it, bro.
They had to pass the sticks by halftime, boy. It was ugly.
Yeah, they put it up on them, boy. They put it up. Next game, man, we got Cleveland going to Miami to take on the Dolphins. Willie Jack, who you got in this one, brother?
Man, and you know what, man? This is another one that I just, for some reason, well, I don't know why in my mind this is going to be a closer game, and I guess I'm thinking. Well, I'm taking Miami. Let me start there. I am going to take Miami. And so I'm going to take Miami 27-24. But what I'm thinking, well, Bradley Chubb being here now, and this Dolphins defense is a very talented defense, man, across most all the levels. I mean, maybe right there in the middle at the second level with the linebackers. I mean, it's not necessarily a special group, but definitely capable up front and in the back end. They've been a little banged up there as well. They probably have a little rotation now with Bradley Chubb coming in. He's going to be starting, of course. But I say all that to say, I think they can make this difficult for Cleveland, a Cleveland team that wants to and needs to feed, Nick Chubb 30 carries. You know what I mean? So they've got the defense to make that difficult for him. But just like Chop was saying, man, Miles Dog, Jacoby Brissett, every other game it feels like he's on and he's hitting Cooper on that crosser on play action. You know what I mean? Every other game he's on and he's finding Peoples Jones in the end zone. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking that they do play well, but in a losing effort. And I'm going Miami 27-24 at the crib.
Gotcha. And I'm gonna go Miami too, man. I got the score a little bit spread it out, because like you said, I think this Miami team matches up very well with this Cleveland Browns team. Miami's run defense is the strong part of their defense. Pass rush is what they struggle with. So I think they match up very well. I think everything is even on that side of the ball, and I think Miami will be able to, possibly give Cleveland trouble, because even good defenses can still get ran on by Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? Because of the strong offensive line play, and you got a tank back there. You know what I'm saying? And then once the tank come out, then we're gonna bring in the monster truck. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we got two guys coming through. You know what I'm saying? They can really bust a game open. For this Cleveland offense. So I think teams like that still can get ran on, but I think they're gonna slow them down enough to where they can still win this game, because on the other side of the ball, Cleveland's defense has struggled and Miami's offense is on fire and they're very explosive. So if you can slow down that Cleveland run offense enough, you'll be fine, because at some point in this game, you're going to force Jacoby Brissett to try to keep up with you passing the ball. And that's not the recipe that Cleveland Browns want. So with that being said, I'm going Miami in this game, and I got them putting up, Give me 24 in this game. 24 for Miami, 24-13. 24-13 in this particular game. I don't think Cleveland is able to put up as many points and put together as many drives. So I'm going to go there. 27-13, man.
All right, 27-13 or 24?
What did I
Well, you said 24, but then on the last time you said 27.
24-13, sir. 24-13. My fault. 24-13. That's where I'm going in this game. And then also, man, we got Jared jumped in the building, man. Jared, appreciate it. I'm glad we got you up in here, man. Also, one of the guys a part of the Pickles, man. So, hey, man, it's good to see you up in here, Jared. Miles came in, man. He tapped in. He said he going Cleveland in this game, which, it makes sense. He's a Jacoby Brissett fan. You know what I'm saying? He might have his picture on the wall, you know what I'm saying, in his bedroom. I don't know. But my guy Miles is Jacoby Brissett.
Hey, go ahead and drop a score for me, Miles. Go ahead and drop a score for me, bro.
Yeah, drop that score in here, Miles, so we can see what you're talking about, man. What's the final score of this game? I want to see what you're talking about, bro.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right, man. On to the next one, Willie Jack. Let's go to a Houston. Well, not go to Houston. Go to New York. But Houston is going to New York to take on the Giants, man. We got my boy best in the business, Saquon Barkley, back off of a bye week, man. He got a chance to rest them legs. Now it's time to push for this second half, man. For the second half offensive player of the year. Hey, you got a long way to go, man, because Tyreek Hill, man, he looking like he might get 2K.
Right.
He looking like he might get 2K for sure. If he get 2K, I think we can really crown him as the offensive player of the year. But Saquon, man, he's back in action this week. I think this is an easy dub for New York. And I think they are able to control this game with their run game. You know what I'm saying? Houston, they're giving up about 180 yards on the ground each and every week. So I expect New York to come in, control this rock, and then also continue to play solid defense. Now, Houston has a good back on the other side of that ball too. You know what I'm saying? But the New York defense, a little bit more stingy than this Houston defense. So overall, man, short and sweet, New York in this game. I'm going 24-10. Final score of this game, I got New York over Houston, bro.
24-10. Okay, here we go. So I'm not gonna lie, man. This game, I left it up. I want to hear what you had to say. I figured you was gonna take the Giants. I want to hear why. And there's no reason. I mean, like I said, they've got the. I mean, this is a game devoid of real star talent or premier ability. And so there's one star, a premier player in this game, and it is Saquon Barkley, and he is at home, and he is coming off a bye week. And so all that does bode well. And then Houston's a team, man. I don't know. I just don't never know. Like they play well in games that I expect them to get blown out in, and then the games I call the blowouts, they like or you know what I mean? Like I just can't get a beat on them. And then I see a team in the Giants who and I have been hard on these Giants. I don't think necessarily the team is as good as the record, but I don't know, man. I just think this is a winnable game for Houston. But I am going to take New York coming off the bye. Like I said, there's one star in this game, and he's on the Giants, and he is at home. But I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm not gonna lie. I think this game is probably a lot closer than it should be. But I do have the Giants winning. I also have them scoring 24 points, but I've got it 24-21. The Giants at home.
Gotcha. All right, Willie Jack. All right. And then Miles came in through, man. He came through with his score. He went ahead and posted it, man. He got the Browns. Winning the game over Miami 24-17. I see you, Miles. I got you, man. Hey, it's a possibility. You know what I'm saying? We know what happens week in and week out, man. Anything happens, bro. Anything happens. You know what I'm saying? So I know how that goes. You know what I mean? So let's move on to this next one, Willie Jack. And I'm gonna start it off, man. We got New Orleans going to Pittsburgh. That's crazy, right? Crazy. Soon as my dog, you know what I'm saying, got to take care of some business, we're going to start talking about Pittsburgh. And I'm going to tell you like this. This was a tough one for me to call. It was a tough one for me to call because I do think this Pittsburgh team and their defense is different when TJ Watt is back and your boy is back in the building.
What you say now, Chop?
TJ Watt is back in the building. He's back on the field. You know what I'm saying? And this team is a different team when he's on the field.
What? Big play TJ is back?
Big play TJ.
Yeah, come on with it, man. Yeah, come on with it.
Big play TJ is back. So I expect this defense to take it up a little bit of notch. You know what I'm saying? I expect the energy to be different, you know what I'm saying, on this team because when he's on the field, man, he has that effect, man. He has the effect of not only am I going to be better than you and whoever you got trying to block me, but I'm going to raise the level of play for my team. That's the type of game changer he is when he's on the field. Then you got New Orleans on the other side of the ball, man. I just don't know what to make of him, and you don't know what you're going to get week in and week out. If Andy Dalton comes and he's efficient and he can do what he needs to do on offense at the quarterback position, I think this team can beat just about anybody. You know what I'm saying? Because they are strong in other parts of their game. But if he comes out and he struggles and he turns the ball over, they can be beat by anybody in the league. You know what I'm saying? So you just never know what you're going to get from this New Orleans team, but a lot of it is based off of the play of Andy Dalton. You know what I'm saying? So I'm anxious to see kind of what this team is going to bring to it. But I'm going to roll with you, Willie Jack. I'm rocking with you today, baby. TJ Watt is back in the building, man, and I'm riding with Pittsburgh this game, man. I ride with Pittsburgh because I just feel like this defense is going to be fired up. They're going to be at home. The terrible towels are going to be spinning everywhere you look, man. The energy is going to be rocking in this stadium. You know, it's going to be hard to beat Pittsburgh there, man.
Come on, man.
Every time they're going to have them boys going. They might have, you know what I'm saying, Debo back in the building on the sidelines with his lanyard on, you know, cheering the team on. They might have the Black Forces on. Hey, I got Pittsburgh in this game, man. I'm riding with Pittsburgh. I think the energy is going to be too much for New Orleans. They ain't going to be able to handle it. You know what I'm saying? I got them winning this game. It's going to be a tight one. It's going to be an ugly one. It's going to be an ugly one. But I got 2017 Pittsburgh over New Orleans, man.
Hey, I like what you did there, Chop. I like what you did there, boy. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm happy. I'm proud of you. You know what I'm saying? I see what you did there, and I appreciate it. But no, just like Chop told y'all, man. Big play TJ is back, man. And so y'all don't understand, bro. And this was crazy. I want to say legitimately, we're like 0-8 when TJ hasn't started or hasn't like finished the game. Started to finish the game. So it's a very specific stat where it's very tough for us to win, man. So, hey, little sister here, she said it sounds good to her. Appreciate you. You know what's going on. Big play TJ back in the building. We out here. You know what's going on. Yeah. Oh, just for y'all who don't know, man, Big play TJ was the original flex, and now we got Big Gino. You know what I'm saying? We got Big Josh as well. You know what I'm saying? But Big play TJ got this started, baby. Come on now, talk to me. But no, just to what Chop was saying though, and I forget who used this as like a popular TV pundit, but he calls guys like force multipliers. And that's just what Chop was talking about. And this is what I've talked about when I talked about like a guy like AJ Brown, when I say like a high tide raises all boats. You know what I'm saying? So like there's some guys that just raise the water level for everybody around them. You know what I'm saying? TJ Watt's one of those guys. just like Chop said, when he's here, it's a completely different defense. Cam Hayward is a lot better now because, for one, he's not seeing double and triple teams, and now he's able to get a little busy. Alex Highsmith on the other side as well. Like, he's not the guy commanding those double teams with a chip coming now. And so now it eases it on him as well. Then the secondary as well. I don't need already a struggling group to need to cover for a full 3.5 seconds now. Now those guys just got to cover for 2 seconds. Now they look a lot better. You know what I mean? So this is what I'm expecting. And also, we get a New Orleans team who's coming to us. And honestly, man, New Orleans hasn't been particularly special themselves as well. So they're another team that's also kind of struggling to find their way and kind of reeling. It is the Red Rifle himself, Andy Dalton, coming back. We know Andy from back in the day. He know what this work looked like. So we ain't worried about Andy. You know what I'm saying? And so the biggest thing for me is whether or not our rookie, you know what I'm saying, if he could clean up some of the rookie mistakes. So we're coming off a bye. We are down Chase Claypool now. That just opens up for George Pickens to get more targets is what I'm hoping for, and Pat Freiermuth as well. And so I really think that we come out, man, and just like you said, I think we come out motivated. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if Mike T put out the black forces for this one. I don't know if he wanted to just, you got to be careful now. I don't know if you want to get TJ too riled up in his first game back when the Black Forces come out. But I also do have us winning this one, man. I think it's going to be a close, ugly game. That's what we like it anyway. But I'm going to take us at the crib, man, 24-20. Come on, Big TJ. Let's go, man.
Come on, 24-20.
Oh! And get my dog 2 sacks in his first game back, man.
Get my dog 2 sacks in his first game back.
2 sacks in his first game back, man. Come on now. It's big play TJ, dog. Come on, man.
Hey, and while I got you riled up, Willie Jack, I think it's about that time for you to talk to him, man. It's time to pay these bills, man. I think it's time for you to let him know what's going on, Willie Jack. Go ahead and talk to him, bro.
Come on, hey, man, right on time. My dog ain't never told you nothing wrong, man. Today's episode of Chop Willie in the Morning brought to you by the good and handsome brothers that Look the Film Speak, for one. Also brought to you by the good brothers of Prospect and Precision Picking, based out of Atlanta, but they can't travel to a town near you. Check the website, check the Instagram, check the Facebook. Prospect Precision Painting. Found them on all 3. Brought to you by my dog, Joseph Kenny, Brother Red, and No Vultures, the podcast. Holding it down. Sports and music, man. Collecting group of topics over there, man. Go over and get busy. Brought to you by my dog, Skinny. Where you at, man? I know you're a hard-working man. Real deal, STL Sports. They stay in the building, man. We appreciate all the love support for the game, man, for the team. Shout out to Day One Game Jarrell as well, man. Give me something to plug for you, man. Come on now, dog. I know you got something going. Day One Game Jarrell, man. Shout out to the members that's in the building, man. My dog Miles, my dog Tom, man. Y'all know what's going on. Baby sis in the building. Now, back to the regularly scheduled programming, man. Sundays at 10 o'clock, man. Where else would you rather be? Come on now.
Where else would you rather be, man? That's a great question, man. Great question. Before I jump into this next one, Willie Jack, man, it's been a little bit. I do want to give y'all a quick update. It's still 14-3. Still 14-3, but we're in the fourth quarter, man. Fourth quarter, a little bit over 12 minutes left to go. Tampa Bay has the ball, man. Have the ball. They're in the red zone. It's 3rd and 1, or 3rd and inches, actually. 3rd and inches. They get ready to go ahead and shoot the next play. So, you know, we'll see what happens there. If they punch it in, that could be it, man. That could be all she wrote for this particular game, the way that this Tampa Bay offense is playing. And this defense, too, man. Holding Seattle, a hot Big Gino.
Hey, you know, hey, come on now.
They hold them up to 3 points, man. So this team is playing some pretty good ball all the way around. And who knows, man? Maybe this is a turnaround for Tampa Bay. What's up? Go ahead and talk.
No, and I was just gonna ask, man, and I don't know if they've like flashed the stats on screen. What's up? What's Kenneth Walker doing? Because see, Tampa Bay's run defense had looked a little suspect these last couple of weeks, man. So we was thinking that Kenneth Walker might end up if that trend was continuing. I thought Kenneth Walker may be able to.
Well, they slowed Kenneth Walker down a lot. Today, 9 carries for 17 yards, bro.
Ooh,
9 carries for 17 yards. So I don't know if this run defense is back for sure. But Akeem Hicks is back in the mix next to
he's jiggy now, huh?
Yeah. So they hey man, they back cooking. It looks like they back cooking. So we'll see how this team continues to look, man, as time goes on. But right now, like I said, in the red zone, they just got a first down. It's now 1st and goal from the 4-yard line. I'll let you know what this next play is, and then we'll get back into these games, man. Tom Brady's on the center. He drops back, hands the ball off to Rashad White for no gain, man. So we're now 2nd and goal from the 4-yard line.
Hey, Chop, hey, you gotta be careful now. Sound like you was on TV now, hey,
little bit.
I like what you did there with the play-by-play now. Boy.
Hey, you see me. I've been working. You know,
I see you fell right into that. Tom Brady drops back, hand off to Rashad White. Yeah, no game on that one. Hey, I see you now. I see what you got going on.
Hey man, I might get a call. Let me slow down, man. I'm rocking my dog Willie Jack. I'm rocking Willie Jack, man. That's how we roll.
Let's go.
That's how we roll it. All right, Willie Jack. Let's go on to the next one, man. We got Indianapolis, man. The Colts. They go to Las Vegas to take on the Raiders. Oh, and as we speak, Chris Godwin, man, just caught a touchdown pass, and Tom Brady and them, they go up. They go up 20-3. We'll see what they do. They might kick an extra point, but right now the score is 20-3, man. Tampa Bay is up in the fourth quarter, and it's 10 minutes and 48 seconds left in this particular game, man, over in Germany. So there you go, man. But like I said, sorry, man, I didn't mean to interrupt y'all. But going back to the game, we got Indianapolis Colts going to Las Vegas to take on the Raiders. They kicking off the late game slate, man, kicking off at 3:05. Willie Jack, who you got in this one, man?
Man, this is another one, man, that was hard for me to pull. I just don't have faith or confidence in either one of these teams. And
toilet bowl.
Man, there you go. Man, toilet bowl. This might be, I don't know. We haven't called a lot of toilet bowls this year, but this is definitely a toilet bowl for sure. This is a toilet bowl for sure, man. So we got hot seat Josh McDaniels, man. I feel like I was a week early on that, man. I feel like I let y'all know a week early. Then it hit the news after they gave it them 17 points again and lost. But yeah, man, y'all welcome. You got hot seat McDaniels. You got hotter seat Derek Carr. Derek Carr he's gonna finish up his last season in Las Vegas, man. Jeff Saturday taking over the Colts on the other side. I guess it's and you know what? Is he still going with Ellinger? Do we know?
As far as I know, I haven't heard any changes as far as that offense and who's going. But yeah, as far as I know, we're still looking at Ellinger as a starter,
as the starting quarterback. All right, man.
And you know what though? What I've gotten from this team, just hearing the press conferences and things like that, man. Mm-hmm. This is not this. I don't think this is anything that Jeff Saturday has much control over. You know what I'm saying? I think Jeff Saturday is just coming in. That's this guy, you know, doing him a little bit of a favor. I don't know the specific details, but I think that the owner or GM, they're saying, "Hey, man, Sam Ellinger is playing. He's the guy that we're playing in this particular game." So I don't know how much control they have on it. I think there's an incentive too, as far as how much Matt Ryan plays, which means
his trade conversation
draft. You know what I'm saying? So I think there's a little bit of incentive to play Sam Ellinger so that they can keep maybe a higher draft pick versus, you know, what they would have if Matt Ryan plays a certain amount of snaps. So
no, and that's a very good point, man, because that's a similar thing to what we were just talking about with Baker Mayfield as well in Carolina. And so, and you know what? I didn't even think about that for Matt Ryan, but no, that actually makes sense. So they got Jeff Saturday. They handicap him a little bit with Sam Ellinger. JT's been banged up. I don't even know if he's making a return this game to play.
Yes, Jonathan Taylor will be playing today.
Okay, so he is coming back to play this game. The Raiders' defense is a little more than suspect. All right. In the battle of the toilet bowls, man, I'm gonna take the home team. So I'll go ahead and take the Raiders, just because they've at least flashed to show me something. I don't know what Sam Ellinger could get done at all. And as poor as this Indianapolis Colts offensive line is played as well, man, this could be a day where Max Crosby gets his name back in the highlight reel as well. And so, let me have the Raiders, man, at home. I'm gonna go 20. I'm gonna go 27. Man, can the Colts score 17 points, Chop? Who's gonna score on the Colts? You don't let JT unless JT. And man, they need JT to break 2.
And it ain't like the Raiders stopping much. You know what I mean? So Jonathan Taylor, their run game do get going. You know, they have a chance.
Yeah, and you know what, man? And that's what I'll do. I'll go 27-14, and I'll give JT both those touchdowns in this game back. But man, I'll stick with that. 27-17, Raiders at the crib in today's Premier Toilet Bowl.
Gotcha. And I'm gonna go Raiders too, man. Toilet bowl. I'm not gonna spend too much time on it. But like you said, man, I just seen more from this Raiders team, and I just don't see anything that the Colts can do to come away with the W in this game. Now, earlier this year, they had a couple of flashes. This is a team that beat the Chiefs. That's the crazy part, because I watch them what they've been putting on film. You know what I'm saying? The last couple of weeks, it's been awful. I mean, terrible. Some of the worst football. Even if they don't have the worst record in the league, they've been putting the last 2-3 weeks been putting the worst football on tape the last 3 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So right now they look like the worst team, even if their record doesn't show that.
No, outside of that first half last week, it's been 3 games of terrible ball. I want to say, yeah.
Three games of terrible ball. So yeah, man, I think the Raiders come away with the W in this game, and I see them. They can possibly put up. I give them 30. I give them 30. Las Vegas 30 in this game, and I'll give Indianapolis Colts 20. 30-20 final score of this game. I think Indianapolis may be able to get the run game going a little bit more. Jonathan Taylor can see a lot of carries. Hopefully they get him at least 20. He got to touch the ball, man. We in the second half. We in the second half of the season, man. You got to go down swinging, and swinging for this team is by giving the ball to JT. So got to go to JT. But yeah, 30-20. I got Las Vegas winning this particular game, man.
I got you. Greg Squires, man, shout out to you. He's our resident Raiders fan, man. He's got a prediction for us. Man, he's not too optimistic, man. He said, man, he predicts maybe another 17-0 lead before crumbling, man, in the second half again and losing this from 23-20. And so, hey, man, that is the trend that's been going on, man. I saw a stat that said the Raiders have lost more 17-point leads themselves than the rest of the league combined. Like the Raiders have lost three games in which they led, 3 or 4 in which they've led by 17. The rest of the league has only lost 2 such games. The other 31 teams combined. That's nuts.
That's crazy. Well, hey, we'll see how that goes, man. We'll see how that goes. On to the next one, Willie Jack. We got Dallas going to Green Bay to take on the Packers, man. And I'm gonna go Dallas in this game, man. Dallas for a lot of the reasons we've pretty much seen all year long. First and foremost, Green Bay hasn't been playing good ball at all. Their offense looks terrible. They couldn't put up double-digit points against one of the worst defenses in the league in Detroit, and they just look rough, man. It looked awful. Now, granted, it is a divisional game, but still, it doesn't matter because before that, the offense wasn't looking or playing too well either. Now, the good thing is they still have Aaron Jones will be playing this game. He is expected to play, and I hear a little bit of something going on in Green Bay where they say, hey, man, it's time to go out swinging, which means they going out with Aaron Rodgers throwing the ball a little bit more. So I want to see how different this offense looks if they decide to go out and do that, especially against this pass rush of Dallas that's coming to town. You know what I'm saying? Ooh. They come into town and they come in to wreak havoc. You know what I'm saying? So I don't see that going too well if they decide to do that this game. They better stick to the run game because Aaron Rodgers will mess around, be having an early exit on this season. You know what I mean? And that's what it can look like for this Green Bay team. But I'm going Dallas, man. I'm going Dallas. They are a more complete team. They've been playing a lot better ball. The team looked really good last week. They get Zeke back, so they have the double-headed monster back. But I expect Tony Pollard to still lead the league and or lead this team and carries with him still being nicked up. And,
what you say now, Chop?
I expect him to still lead the team in carries with Ezekiel Elliott still being nicked up. I'll say it. You know what I'm saying? That's what's going to happen.
Let's go. Free TV, man. Come on.
So I expect it to happen, and I just think that Dallas is going to be too much for this Green Bay team, man. So I'm going Dallas in this game. Final score. Give me 27. Yeah, give me. I'm gonna give him 2 field goals. Yeah, that's 27. Yeah, 27 to 27-17. 27-17. Dallas over Green Bay.
Okay. And honestly, man, I like a lot of what you said about this game, especially about Dallas's pass rush and a very subpar Green Bay pass offense, which isn't a surprise to anyone. But just like you said, man, I think this is a game that Green Bay, like it or love it or otherwise, they got to be real with themselves. This is a game that, just like you said, I don't want Aaron Rodgers dropping back 45 times in this game because that sounds like Michael Parsons is going to break the sack record if that happens. That sounds like it in my mind. You know what I'm saying? I want this game. I want them to force feed this game through A.J. Dillon. Not even A.J. to A.J. Dillon. Not Aaron Jones, A.J. Dillon. I want this game to be right in there, ugly in your face. Come hit my 250-pound back 30 times, and then let me see how you feel at the top of the fourth quarter. Like, this is what I want. I don't care how ugly it looks. I want a volume run game in this game. I don't care if A.J. Dillon finishes with 22 carries for 66 yards, but give me 3 touchdowns doing that. I want it ugly. I wanted that because that's what I think is just the best bet for this team. I don't want Aaron Rodgers dropping back, giving Michael Parsons 2 sacks and 6 hits on him. You know what I'm saying? And so I just don't want that. I don't want Aaron Rodgers forcing it upfield, giving Trayvon Diggs 2 picks. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just think this is a much more volatile game for the Packers, man, for just a lot of those reasons. Now, what they do have going for them is that this game is on the road. The weather is turning a little bit. as far as the temperatures going. I don't think they got snow in Green Bay, but it's going to be a cold day. And so this is the traditional recipe for a ground and pound, ground you out. You got a warm weather team, you got a dome team, which is what Dallas is, coming up to Green Bay, coming up to Wisconsin 2 weeks before Thanksgiving. Like, this is the game that you should let them big dogs run. You know what I mean? So that's what I hope they do. It's not gonna matter because I still got Dallas winning this game. As long as Tony Pollard gets loose. But I do think that's the way that Green Bay is gonna lose. Like, if we're gonna lose this game, I don't want to lose this game on the arm of Aaron Rodgers. I just don't. I want to put this one on that run game and tell somebody in that running back room, tell somebody in that O-line room that somebody got to nut up. Somebody got to stand up. Somebody got to do something. Because like I said, I mean, there's just no other outlook I can have for them to kind of stay in this and keep it competitive. But I am going to take Dallas, man, on the road. You said, man, Zeke's coming back, but it shouldn't affect TP's program. But see, Jerry's gonna want to play. Jerry's gonna want to play the money, man.
Ezekiel is definitely gonna get some carries, but I don't think Ezekiel is going to be 100% though. So if he's not 100%, it doesn't even it don't make sense for them to run Ezekiel Elliott into the ground. Give him 8 to 10 carries, but let Tony Pollard handle everything else. You know what I'm saying? Let Tony Pollard get 15. Let him get 15 touches, 15 to 20 touches this game, man. Let him do his thing.
And I'm gonna go 24-17. And so I still think that Dallas does have the talent on both sides of the ball, honestly, to make this game pretty difficult for the Packers. I'm gonna take Dallas on the road 24-17, man. I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm worried that, man, Dallas' defense, boy. If Green Bay tries to come out there and pass the ball 45 times, I'm telling you, bro, this could be a game where Dallas has a defense, gets 6 sacks, they get 12 hits. You know what I'm saying? Diggs gets a pick, maybe a second pick. Like this, it could really blow up and fall apart in this game, man, with that defense that they're facing. Very opportunistic, very athletic. You know what I'm saying? So this is just a terrible matchup for Green Bay, man, offensively. But yeah, I'll take Dallas on the road to get it done. Now, here's what I wanted to ask you about. I thought you was gonna mention it. Rumblings are that OBJ and Dallas is getting pretty close, boy. Hey, they essentially, like, Dallas has made it abundantly obvious that they want to bring him in, but OBJ still holding out because he wants a long-term deal, or he wants a deal more than 1 year. He doesn't want to come back on another 1 year, kind of prove it, and risk being in the situation he is now, like he was last year, coming off that Rams deal. But man, what are your thoughts on that, man? You think Dallas ends up getting that done?
So here's the thing. I'm an inside guy, man. I got the plug.
Come on with it.
Plug. You know what I'm saying? You ain't telling me nothing new, dog. No, I'm just playing. But I'm gonna say this. I say this, dog. So the talk is Odell Beckham is hoping to make his decision by the end of this month. You know what I'm saying? And really narrow it down between the teams. Now, I know you'll probably be happy to see in what you said. The Rams are now out of that mix because one, I think they were in the mix, but now they're becoming a team that's not even a contender. And I think Odell Beckham for sure wants to go.
No, he's definitely going to a contender for sure. Yeah.
So right now, as it speaks, these are the teams that are in the running. You got the Cowboys, you got the Bills, you got the Chiefs, you got the Giants, and you got the 49ers. Those are the teams that he's looking to choose from, those 5 teams. All teams, of course, with winning records. All teams are looking to make a real run at it. You know what I'm saying? Try to make that run. So, honestly, I think any of these teams, he can be a good fit on. The Chiefs, I really like.
Pick one. Don't be all political. Pick one right now that makes the most sense and that you would pick.
I would go Chiefs for him. I go Chiefs, man. You got the best, one of the best in the business. You know what I'm saying, right there. If not the best, and either one though. And the Bills too. The Bills, that could be a good one. But I would go Chiefs because he is the guy. He wants to be the guy. He instantly is the guy. Juju goes back to Robin, like you've been always talking about him being a Robin. He's better as a Robin. You got Andy Reid. Andy Reid is gonna, just like McVay. Andy Reid is gonna come up with all different types of ways that you can receive the ball. You know what I'm saying? And he's gonna scheme him open for sure. So he instantly comes into this offense. He's instantly productive, and the Chiefs are looking like, you know what I'm saying, one of the teams to beat over there anyway. So now you get that extra piece. You get your Josh Allen has his Stephon Diggs. The Chiefs get their, you know what I'm saying, their Stephon Diggs by getting Odell Beckham on this team. So I would go Chiefs if I'm him.
No, and that's just what I was going to say as well. Our dog Miles in the chat, man, he said, what about KT, man, Kadarius Toney? And so Now, the only thing I would say about that is that Kadarius Toney. Now he's all potential. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's all potential right now, and no. Come on with it. You
got some updates for you. Got some updates. I got the updates for some of the other games you was asking about. So now Titans, Tennessee Tannehill for the Titans is officially active. Ezekiel Elliott, they are expecting him to sit in this game, so he might not play. He might not even play this game.
Wait a minute. Something just came over me, Chop.
Oh, let me guess what came over you. Go ahead, bro. Cook, bro. Cook.
You talk as soon as you said that Zeke was sitting 130 flashed above my eyes. TP going 130 yards, bro. 130 yards, 2 touchdowns for TP, man. Y'all can book it.
Hold on. So is this let me know right now. Is this a performer of the week, or he's just gonna have a good game and somebody else gonna be performer of the week? Let me know.
No, I'm not gonna go performer of the week, but it's gonna be a big day. That's just a fantasy nugget for you.
Okay.
If you're on your FanDuel, you know what I'm saying, you're on your DraftKings, you know what I'm saying, you might be getting your head bust and to let the film speak fantasy football. You know what I'm saying? Just a little fantasy nugget, man. Your boy TP, man, book him for 130 and 2 touchdowns, man. I'm gonna get them combined though. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna give you 130 combined. I'm thinking 87 on the ground, the change receiving. You know what I mean? He may have a reverse pass of 12 yards to CD Lamb for a first down. Yeah, it can be a various amount of ways. And he can pass. It's Tony free TP, man. 130 yards and 2 touchdowns today, man. As soon as you said that, man, I'm telling you, it flashed. 130. Come on, man.
Something just came over you. Something came over.
It came over for sure.
But back to what you were saying, man. You were talking about Odell Beckham and in his situation where he might go.
And so and just like what my dog Miles just said, man, might be too many chefs in the kitchen. And so that's what I'm worried about as well. If he goes to Buffalo, I would love Big Josh to have Odell, but honestly, I like that receiver room. Stephon Diggs is an all-pro receiver right now. Stephon Diggs is the second best receiver in football right now. You know what I'm saying? And then I like Gabe Davis. I really like Gabe Davis. And McKenzie ain't no slouch either. And so of course you can bring in Odell and maybe integrate him. And then honestly, by the time of playoffs, it'd be almost very similar to the situation last year with the Rams. Oh, wait. You know what? You might be on something. It might be Buffalo because he still finishes the season, get himself warmed up, but then he don't really get going and take off into the playoff run, and that might be right on time. He was getting a few catches here, a few catches there.
Yeah, it was like he was still athletic enough to where it's like, all right,
but you got to get in
later in the season. All right, go run this fade on the goal line. We need this tub. Go run this fade on the goal line. All right, go run this quick slam. We're gonna hit you real quick. And then once he got fully engaged in that playbook, like we said, and like we all said, it was looking like he was on his way to being MVP of that Super Bowl. You know,
that's a fact. And so now thinking of that, okay, yeah, I do like how that sounds. I really do. My dog Miles in the chat, man, he said Buff is the best option as well. I would go Buff, but Buff as well is number one. But my secondary pick though, man, what I would just like to see, like the best option I think is Buffalo. The one I would like to see, I like to see the Niners, bro. I want Kyle Shanahan to get back, you know what I'm saying, and get Odell. And then I'm curious because I think him and Debo can play well off of each other as well. Man, yeah, I'll be curious to see how that looks, man. With C-Max, you know what I'm saying, C-Max still being back, man, and getting going as well. Like I would like to see how that would play out as well.
Gotcha. Quick update, man. While we were going through the games, man, Seattle did come down. They put up a touchdown, so they scored. The score is now 21-9. They went for 2, and they didn't get the 2-point conversion. They went for 2, actually. They didn't convert on that. Tom Brady and them gets the ball back, and he just threw an interception. Tom Brady just threw an interception right at midfield. So it's 6:24 left on the clock. Seattle has the ball at midfield, and they're down 21-9. So they still have a chance in this game for sure. They got to operate quick. But they do have a chance. They do have a chance to get back in this game. It's still a 2-possession game, so they got to come. They got to come down here and score now, and then they have a chance to do it again. So
who got that interception? Was it your young boy?
Who was number 57? Who was my guy? It was a.
Oh no, 57 is gonna be a. Is that the white linebacker or is that Jordan Brooks?
It is the white linebacker. I don't know.
Man, tell me his name, bro. I hate that I can't never think of his name because he's flashed in a few games. He's played some ball now. Number 57. What's his name, bro?
I'll see you in just a second. I'm looking my guy up because I ain't know it off the top of my head. And Yeah, I ain't get a chance to see catch him like that. But let me see. We got. Is his name Cody Barton?
Cody Barton, exactly right. Yeah,
Cody
that's
Barton.
him. Yeah, Cody Barton.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Hey,
with this interception.
I'm glad you told me his name because I've been needing to shout him out as well. Cody Barton now. Cody Barton lay some wood. Cody Barton will lay some wood, boy. So yeah, I appreciate you, big dog. I see you out there balling.
For sure.
And he got one off the goat as well. There you go, big dog.
For sure. He gets it. So he gets some back in there, man. Speaking of the Rams, man, we just got done talking about Odell Beckham, man. Arizona goes to Los Angeles to take on the Rams, man. And this one is a difficult one for me, man. It's a difficult one. One, neither team is playing to their potential or playing. I ain't gonna say potential, playing good ball. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna. That's what I'm gonna say. Neither team is playing good ball. Both quarterbacks are hurt, so I'm not even sure if we have both starting quarterbacks out, one in, one not. So it's just a lot of question marks going into this game. Kyler Murray is a game time decision. He's going to work out before the game, and they're going to decide if he's going to play. Also, and Stafford has been in concussion protocol. You know what I'm saying? So he is still a chance that he plays, but they're not sure yet. We don't know if he's actually going to get a chance to play in this game. But just off the top of my head right now, and what I'm looking at, man, I'm going Los Angeles. I'm going to go Los Angeles in this game, and this is me banking on Stafford playing. And I just feel like with this being a divisional matchup, this is a game that the Rams should be able to pull off. They should be able to pull off. I know y'all struggled. I know y'all been doing haven't been able to put anything together. But your offensive line could have a little bit of break today. You know what I'm saying? You're not going against some guys that's going to really, really get after the quarterback. You're not going against that San Francisco front. You know what I'm saying? That Dallas front or the Tampa Bay front. You know what I'm saying? You're going against an Arizona front that is, a little bit softer. So you give Stafford a little bit more time. You give him a chance to complete some passes, to really go through his reads, find some of those guys. And I think this offense can look a little better today. Now, am I sold on them still being a team that can be dangerous? No, but I think they can beat this team. This is a team that they're beatable, and I think that they got to come out ready to go, man. They got to put something together, this particular season. Arizona, on the other hand, like I said, man, they could come out in this game and win. I could see that happening. Like I said, they are getting back healthy, so they could become more competitive. But I'm going LA, man. I'm riding a dime, and I told y'all that from the beginning of the season. Give me the Rams in this game, and I'm gonna go 23-20 final score.
23-20. And I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm gonna take the Cardinals in this one. Not because I have any solid affinity for the Cardinals, but
just because you're trying to come at me, bro.
I hope they kick y'all.
Just because he's trying to come at me. It's cool, bro.
Honestly, this is what I was thinking, because that Rams offense, bro, it is in a very, very, very bad place. Just like Chop told y'all, boy, you need to put that on the shirt. Put the cup down. But the thing about it is, if you put the cup down, there ain't nothing else to pick up. That's the problem. Ain't nothing else to pick up. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. Now, you are right. Arizona's defense isn't to the level of a lot of those teams you just mentioned that definitely gave that Rams team issues. But with the Cardinals lack in like premier edge rush, they do supplement, because this is a very aggressive defense. Like I haven't seen those numbers, but I feel like they're one of the more heavier blitzing teams in the league, which is dangerous. That's always a double-edged sword, because they do a lot of blitzing. They leave their DBs, kind of on islands, so to say, because there's not a lot of help, because any free body is normally used to attack the other team's, quarterback. And so I think that has a chance to be successful, because like I said, it's going to be that double-edged sword. If it's too aggressive and Kupp burns you for a couple, well, then this game gets out of hand and Kupp goes for 160 yards and 3 touchdowns, because, you know what I'm saying, Matty was able to get the ball in the seam to him quick enough. Or let's say they do have success, they do get home a couple times, they tip Matt, Matt Stafford's elbow on a couple of these passes, and then maybe Matt falls into a 2-turnover game, and then now this is a different ball game, of course. Sure. Also, man, I want to see Hop and Ramsey. Now, the way you guys have been using Ramsey, of course, like say he's in that star kind of slot position, so he's not really doing a lot of trailing or whatever the case may be. But 5 years ago, this was a very premier matchup back when Ramsey's heyday with the Jaguars. Hops Heyday and the Texans. This was an excellent matchup to watch. And these guys have a lot of respect for each other. They both had came out and said they were each other's most difficult matchup, etc. And so we get a throwback, one of those throwback style matchups as well, man. So I'm curious to see how those reps look when they are lined up on each other. Two guys that know each other so well from being in the same division for so long before. But I do think that just the way the Rams offense looks, man, it just really worries me. The defense, they've played well in spots, but I just don't think they've played great. Like I haven't seen a great performance from that defense all year, but they played well, you know what I'm saying? But it just hasn't, you know what I mean? They haven't really left their mark on any one game. And so I'm going to take Arizona on the road, man. Put a little distance between me and you and to pick them anyway. You know what I'm saying, me? But I think this one is going to be like just what I expect, just a tough interdivisional matchup, man. Teams that know each other well, players that know each other well. The Rams being a little down. I'll go. You know what? I'm not gonna lie. I think Hop gets beat. I think Hop has 2 touchdowns today.
Okay. I'm
gonna go, and Kyler's gonna run one. I'm gonna go 28. I'm gonna go 28-20. I'm gonna go 28-20. The Cardinals. And yeah, I think this is a pretty good day. I mean, I think I'm not gonna lie. I just got to feel it. I think Hop's gonna have a good day today. I thought he came in his first 2 games back were pretty strong. Last week's game he got a touchdown, but it wasn't a big day. I think 4 catches, 30 yards or something like that. And so now I think with this matchup, and he's had something on his mind all year anyway because he had the suspension. So I think he comes out. He's going to be motivated. He's a guy that kind of likes to play with a little bit of like the league disrespects me kind of edge. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think he kind of takes that type of stuff in. He'll still be motivated to go out there and make sure boys know, like, hey, I'm still who y'all thought I was. And having Jalen on the other side of that as well, man. I think this is one that they can get going. So I'm going to go 28-20 Cardinals on the road in LA getting it done.
Okay. Gotcha. All right, Willie Jack. On to the next one, man. And actually, before we do that, another update, man. This game ain't over. Geno, after the turnover, man, from midfield, he was started at the 45. They end up punching it in for a touchdown. And now Tampa Bay is up 21-16 in this game with 3:58 to play. Tampa Bay is up in this game, man. So,
wait, who got that touchdown for Seattle?
Godwin. He throws it to Marquise Goodwin. No,
Marquise Goodwin. Okay.
He throws a touchdown pass to Marquise Goodwin, and yeah, man. 21-16. It's 3:55 left. Seattle has all 3 timeouts. So now Tampa Bay has the ball. They have an opportunity to ice this game away. I'm pretty sure they're gonna run the ball for Seattle to use some of a couple of them timeouts. But yeah, man.
I don't think so, Chuck. I'm gonna tell you right now. If I'm the coach, we don't have the run game to think we're gonna
no.
We gotta go get it. I think they gotta go get it.
No, for sure. You gotta. But what I would do here, you got to get the clock rolling first. Let's run first. First down, we run the ball. I got second and third down, and we figured this out. And that's what they do. They run the ball on first down.
How many yards?
And for 0 yards. 0 yards.
That's really, you play right into Seattle's hands. That's exactly what I was saying. Because now you put yourself behind the chains, and now the clock's running. But with 4 minutes left, or just shy of 4 minutes, and you got all 3 and a 2-minute warning, Seattle got 4 timeouts. They don't really have to burn one. I mean, I'm sure they probably will. But yeah, that's.
But looking at how this game has been going, Tampa Bay has been running the ball pretty well. So now you got 2nd and 9. The clock is rolling, right? Now we can go past the ball. At least we ran a little bit of time off this clock. Now
they didn't call a timeout.
Look around. No, they didn't call a timeout. I think they're going to save them. They're going to see what Tampa Bay does. Now, if they get a first down, Seattle's going to have to. Tom Brady drop back the pass. He throws over the middle. Complete pass to Chris Godwin, man, for a first down, man. First down. So that's what I say they should do.
Now that worked out, yeah. But I just hate them
continuing to run. They still don't go with any timeouts. Now you're under 3 minutes now. They just dropped under 3 minutes, about 2:50 right now. And Tampa Bay still has the ball. I think you go right back to the run. Go right back. Because you're gonna have to start using these timeouts right as sooner or later. I'm gonna go right back to the run. Then we open it up the same way I just did the play before. So that's what we're looking at. It's at 2:40 now and counting. 10 seconds on the play clock. Tom Brady is motioning Julio Jones back in. Yep, and they go with a run to Rashad Wright for about 3 yards. So it's 2:30 left on the clock. We'll let you know. They letting it run. Okay, they call timeout. Timeout at 2:25.
This one, I was gonna say, this one makes sense because you get the timeout here, then you get the free timeout on the next stop with the 2-minute warning, and so so that makes sense. Now, hold on, real quick. Miles said that Kyler may sit this game for hamstrings. He out?
No, so that's what I was saying too. Remember, I said in the beginning before I started my analysis on this game that we don't know who's playing in this game. Stafford could be out and Kyler Murray could be out. Kyler Murray is a game time decision. He's supposed to work out before this game, and if he doesn't play, I mean, if he feels good, he's going to play. If not, he's not. And the same thing with the Rams. The Rams, Stafford may or may not play because he's in concussion protocol, so he has to clear that. And if he doesn't play, it's going. So this could be a Colt McCoy for Arizona versus a John Wolford game for the Rams. This could easily be a toilet bowl. This could be a toilet bowl. It's real simple. You know what I'm saying? The only reason we really want that were, I don't know, bro.
Okay, you see now that's a 3:00 game, right?
Yep, that's 3:00 game.
Okay. All right, well, yeah, we got time to revisit that one then, because that's a different ball game now. If Kyler ain't playing, I was envisioning this could be a good get back game for Kyler and Hop. But yeah, I'm gonna have to keep my eye on that one. Okay.
Gotcha. Rashad White just bust off about a 15-yard run up the middle.
Oh, come on, Seattle defense.
But it's still 2:17 left. You still got your 2-minute warning. I think they just used another timeout. So they got one timeout left. They got the 2-minute warning. And Tampa Bay is continuing to move the ball. So
Man, the defense got to stand up, man. At that time, man, when the offense, when you down, they was down 17 points or something to that effect. You get a stop, or the defense gets a turnover. The offense does what they supposed to do. You get a turnover, they go get you a score. Now you got to stand. Now it's your turn again. Now you got to stand up, defense.
Defense got to stand up again. Defense has to stand up again. This is a big. Like I said, they still got an opportunity. They got one timeout left. They still got the 2-minute warning. So we'll see. Of course, Tampa Bay is going to come out. They're going to run this ball again. If they run for a first down, then you can pretty much cancel.
First down, and this is probably over. They've got to get a stop. Where are they at? Are they still midfield, or
they're right at midfield now? They're on their own 45. Actually, play action. They go play action. Pass across the middle, Julio Jones, first down. Now, this game is pretty much it, man. This game is pretty much it. Gutsy call. Yeah. They actually go with. I like the call though. I like it because you throw the defense off. The defense is expecting run.
No, that's what I like. That's what I was saying.
Action. Yeah. Julio finds a hole right across the middle of the field. Like I said, for about a 15-yard game, first down. This game is about it, man. 2-minute warning on the clock. They just hit the 2 minutes, so. Ugh. That's right. We both got that. We both got that L, Willie Jack. I'm with you on that one, bro.
They didn't let Big Gino down, man. Golly. All right.
Yeah. So there we go. All right, man. On to the last game, man. Well, not the last game. We still got our games of the week. Y'all know how we coming, man. But we're gonna go to Monday Night Football first, man. And it's a divisional matchup, man. We got Washington. They going to Philadelphia to take on the Eagles. Who you got, Willie Jack?
Man, I'm taking Philly at the crib. And honestly, man, this is one where I think Philly wins this game, but I think this game's going to be closer than we would expect. It's still a divisional matchup. Washington defense can be stingy at times, and if you did have to name the strong suit of that defense, it definitely would be more so in the run game than the pass game. They do, of course, trade William Jackson III to my Steelers, so they don't have him, but he was never really a good fit for the style of defense they wanted to play in Washington anyway. I don't know why, man. I think this is just an ugly game for Philly. I've got a 23. I'm going to go 23-20, but I think it's a game where, especially coming off Philly's last game was against my Steelers. No, we were on a bye week last week, knocked them. 2 games ago, we saw that pass game explode because they played my Steelers 2 weeks ago because we had a bye last week. A.J. Brown went up top for 3 touchdowns, probably could have had a 4th. And so,
Make you think about it. Huh?
Well, I'm thinking about spreading that score out. You know what I'm saying? Because you lose William Jackson III, and let's say, but he wasn't necessarily a great player in that defense, but he was still one of the more talented corners on that team. And so this has the capability, man, to be a big day for AJ and Eric still. But no, I'll still keep it close, man. I think, divisional matchup. Now they are at home. No, I'm going to go 23-17. 23-17 Philly at the crib.
Gotcha. And I'm gonna go 31-17. Philly. I'm gonna spread it out a little bit more because I think Philly's just that good, man. Their run game is really good, and off of that run, the passing game is open. You know what I'm saying? Back to what Willie Jack used to talk about earlier in the season, man. They good for a play action slant to across the middle to AJ Brown. You know what I'm saying? That's good a few times each and every game, and I think they can get that going pretty easily. And I think just think this offense is just too powerful and physical for this Washington defensive line. But I think that more so than their offense, Philly's defense is going to make a lot of plays in this game. I expect to be for there to be a lot of pressures. I would say 3 turnovers this game. Philly is going to get 3 turnovers this game, which is going to lead to those points. And just as I said that, man, Rachaad White, long run up the right sideline. He slides in bounds to keep this clock running, man. So the clock is running. Tampa Bay is about to come away with another W, man. Another W. Seattle just has 1 timeout left. They decided to use it at 142, but this game is all but over. All but over. They can go 3-0 and pretty much seal this deal here, man. So that's where we at. Tampa Bay comes away with the W in this game. Of course, tune in Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. Me and Willie Jack, we're gonna have a full breakdown for you of this London game. I mean, not London. I'm sorry. They in Germany. We're gonna have a full breakdown for you for this Germany game, man. We're gonna break it down for you. We'll get a chance to watch it, go through some of the details, and we're gonna get back to you like we always do. So stay tuned, man. Wednesday nights at 7. We got your back, man.
Come on, man. They know what's going on.
Check in with your boys. Y'all know how we do, man. Y'all know how we do. But yeah, man, 31-17 in this Philly over Washington game. And I just think their defense is going to cause a lot of turnovers, man. 3 turnovers this game, 2 picks, maybe a recovered fumble. Ooh. But I think Taylor Heinicke is going to struggle this particular game. This is the type of game it's not going to bode well for him. So give me Philly in this one, 31-17, bro.
No, I got you. And I like what you said as well about that Philly defense, man, being opportunistic in this game as well. So that makes
For sure.
Gotcha.
All right, Willie Jack, man, it's time, man. It's time. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to your game of the week, man. We got Minnesota going to Buffalo. Man. And now that we here, I had an update for this for you the whole time. I was looking at it. I got the update for you.
Come on.
I know it's something you want to hear.
Come
Big
on.
Josh, man. You call him Big Josh Allen. He is active for this game, man. He's playing today. Big Josh Allen to be there.
Big Josh.
So I know that changes things for you, Willie Jack.
We got Minnesota.
Minnesota's sitting at what they sit at 8-1 right now. Minnesota's sitting at 8-1, and then you got the Buffalo Bills, man.
Are they 6-2? Are we 6-2?
Hold on, here we go.
Let me pull that here.
Man, I was just finna say that, man. Hold on, dog.
I want to say 6-2. Yeah, 6-2 and 7-1.
There you go. 6-2 and 7-1. 6-2, 7-1. Willie Jack, who you got, bro?
Man, I'm taking Big Josh, man. Big Josh at the crib. Now my dog is a little banged up, man. As you know what I mean. We got a little stuff going on, man. Little elbow, little UCL, whatever, man. Don't mean nothing to a boss, man. It's Big Josh. Now, the fact that Big Josh I still think this game is going to be a pretty good game. I do think it's a close game. I'm taking Big Josh at the crib against a legitimate contender in Minnesota. I'm going to say 27-24. Now, the Big Josh is playing. This is where my player of the week is coming in from. See, I need to know whether I had Big Josh. I think Stephon Diggs is going to cook Patrick Peterson every which way for Sunday. Stephon Diggs is gonna go crazy this game. This is what I'm thinking. I love this matchup for him in that secondary. Pat P still he still deserves some respect. He got his hand on a couple interceptions this year.
He's actually playing pretty good this year, man.
He's playing decent, but not against premier receivers though.
And I'm gonna say this
always been the knock against Patrick Peterson for myself. I always felt like he never played. He got abused by the top guy. Well, I shouldn't say abused. I won't be disrespectful. But I feel like he always came out on the losing end of the premier matchups. But no, he was clamps on, your second tier guys. He a clamp of Adam Thielen down. You know what I'm saying? But Hop gave him business. Julio owned real estate. And Patrick Peterson's backyard. I am convinced. Those matchups were ugly all day, every day. And I think this can have a day here, man. Now, assuming that things go well for Big Josh, man, and he gets out of this thing healthy.
And I'm gonna say this too, Willie Jack, to add to that. Stephon Diggs is also a guy that usually he loves the matchup against the number one guy. A guy that's gonna match up with him the entire game. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all seen the videos. I don't know if it was against him and Jalen Ramsey was going at it, man, one game. And he tore Jalen Ramsey up. That boy was in there. He's like, I'm him.
Exactly. Basically, if you didn't know.
And then a week before that, I forgot who he was going against. Another guy. He was like, hey, they got me effed up. They got me
exactly. That's what I'm talking about, Chop.
He looks for them matchups, man. So on top of you saying that about Pat P, he looks for those matchups. Go ahead.
Come on, exactly right. You going see? We hearing. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
That's all.
I'm gonna give Diggs, man, 150 and 2 touchdowns today. 150 and 2 touchdowns. I think one of them gonna be a bomb. I'm thinking I'm talking about a 60-yarder on one You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about a 60-yard touchdown. I don't know if he's going to catch and run. I don't know if it's just going to be in the air. Big Josh going to air that thing out. But he's going to have one. He takes somebody up top. And then I think the rest of those, he just gets busy. Man, I'm going to give him 9 for 150 with 2 touchdowns.
Oh, so he got to be the performer of the week then.
Oh yeah. I just need to know if Big Josh is going to be in this thing or not. You know what I'm saying? Because it's going to it makes a world of difference. But if Big Josh is ready to go, then yeah, man, it's food time. Yeah. The lunch bell ringing. You know what I'm saying? Big Josh on the way. That's all I can tell you. So yeah, man, let me get the Buffalo Bills, man, 27-24 with Diggs going crazy. Let's go.
Okay. Well, hey, man, I like that, man. I like that what you did there. And you know what? I'm gonna go Minnesota, Willie Jack. I'm gonna make this interesting.
I ain't mad at you.
And here is why. First and foremost, you got this Buffalo team and you got Josh Allen banged up. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's gonna have a little bit of impact on this game and how effective this Buffalo offense is, because we all know this offense is Josh Allen. This Buffalo offense is Josh Allen. If Josh Allen isn't playing at 100% and playing at tip-top level, then we're talking about, I don't know. This offense changes. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They don't have the type of run game where our quarterback is out, let's run this ball 25 times. You know what I'm saying? They have to have Josh Allen operating at a high level in order for them to be as successful as they can be. On the other side of the ball, of course, they got one of the better defenses in the league. You know what I'm saying? So expect this defense to still be there and do their thing. Mm-hmm. But where I think Minnesota has them, man, okay, they got another guy that Willie Jack is a fan of. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We got another guy over there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I don't see anybody guarding him either. I don't see anybody locking him down. But it's not just him, though. Minnesota has a plethora of weapons that they can kind of use to attack this Buffalo defense. Now, the Buffalo defense is good, but you have your you have your Justin Jeffersons, your Adam Thielens, your KJ Osborns. Now you have TJ Hawkinson. Mm-hmm. Then you got your Dalvin Cooks and Alexander Madisons. Like those guys, you can attack Buffalo in so many different ways and keep them off balance. And if they're able to do that, I think that sets up well for this Minnesota Vikings team to go to Buffalo and kind of steal one. And I'm gonna go there. Now, the only thing that I'm worried about, this is the only thing that scares me, right? The only thing that scares me is Kirk Cousins, okay? You know what I'm saying? Last week, we seen him. He had the chains on, shirt off on the plane.
I see the man. He was putting that stuff on and everything. Boy, I see Kirk.
He was on there talking about, you like that. You know what I'm saying? But this week, we've seen him, man. We've seen him in games where the defenses are getting at them. And that's what Buffalo can do. They can get at them. If the defense is really getting after Kirk Cousins and get him frazzled, sometimes they can cause him to make a few more mistakes than you want to see from your starting quarterback. So can Kirk Cousins avoid those mistakes? If he can, Minnesota, I think, is sitting pretty in this game, and I think they're able to come away with this W. If not, if they're able to get him frazzled a little bit, Buffalo is looking good. This is playing it right into Buffalo's hands, make this a sloppy game, and Josh Allen, we know what he can do. He can pull it off. You know what I'm saying? You give him a minute left. It's a fourth quarter. He's down to drive. He's the one got to drive the length of the field to get this game winning score. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times he's going to do that. So this is the type of game I'm looking to see, and this is why I'm very excited to see this game. This is an early game. You know what I'm saying? It's coming on at 12. You know what I'm saying? We got about 34 minutes, y'all, and that game is coming on, and I'm going to be looking forward to it. I'm going to be looking and watching this game and seeing how it kind of plays out. But I think that's going to be the key to this game for both teams. Ultimately, I think Minnesota just has a lot of different weapons, so I'm going to go Minnesota in this game, and it's going to be a close one. Give me 23-20 final score of this game, man.
And I'm not going to lie, man. I was very close to picking Minnesota in this one as well. And honestly, because I also, just the things you pointed out, that worries me for Buffalo as well. Because Buffalo's defense and the way that defense is constructed and the way they play, it is more so built to play from the front, because then you get Vine going. You know what I'm saying? Then you get that rotation of pass rushers going. You know what I'm saying? So it is a team that is more suited to come out and get up on you 10-3 and now force you to chase, and now they can let those dogs hunt. And so that does worry me as well, because Minnesota does have the offense in place to keep Buffalo's defense honest and to exploit potential rushing lanes in Buffalo's defense as well. So Buffalo's defense has been gashed a couple times in the season by successful run games. And so that is still something that's there. And of course, with Dalvin Cook, I'm trying to tell y'all, boy, the boy got some of the best vision in the league. Boy,
well, if you tell me that one more time,
man, I'm telling you, man, I keep trying to tell y'all, man, y'all got it, man. I'm trying to tell you, the boy, he's got some of the best feet. and eyes in professional football at the running back position. And so if it's there, he can get it. And then also, man, I like what you said, man. My dog, man, my young boy, man, Justin Jefferson, he can have a day as well. Justin Poyer's out this game. We already know Micah Hyde's been gone for the season, so you lose the two kind of captains of that defense, the guys who've been the stalwarts on that defense and on that back end. Both those guys are still out. The DB room, who has played well, but those guys are young as well. So this could be a day where, man, Justin Jefferson has a day. And the difference is going to be, in order for Justin Jefferson to have a day, means that Minnesota's going to want to throw the ball more than probably that I would want them to do if this was me. And that also means for me that Von Miller has a chance to have a day. And so that's why it's kind of a slippery slope for Minnesota for me as far as getting Justin Jefferson going, because he's going to have favorable matchups as well. But then you expose Kurt to Von and them dogs who want to go get it. And so it's very tough, man. And it came down to me, honestly, picking Big Josh, picking Buffalo, because of what I always tell y'all. When you got one of them ones, you know what I'm saying? When you got one of them ones, man, if it's close, you go with the killer. You know what I'm saying? If it's close, you go with the one. You go with the champ. You know what I'm saying? So I'm taking Big Josh. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking Big Josh. If it comes down to Big Josh or Kirk Cousins making that play, that's going to be the deciding factor to win that game. I'm going to pick Big Josh every day, man. And so that's why I took him. And he's at home. But I do think this is a very tough and competitive game, man. And quiet as kept, this is a potential Super Bowl matchup preview. You'd have to say, to this point, Minnesota is got a under the radar, not respected, not as sexy of a pick or name to throw out there. But to this point in the season, you'd have to say they're in there. They have a shot. They have a shot at representing that NFC.
And just like you said, Willie Jake, this is the game where they can't earn that respect. Like a lot of people are just
for sure.
A lot of people saying the Eagles, you know, the Eagles are the team over there. The Eagles are the team to beat, without mentioning this 7-1 team right here. So if they come out and win this game, you ain't got no choice but to respect them. You're going to be one of the better teams in the AFC, or a lot of people felt like was one of the best teams in the league. You go out there and beat them, man. Then we on to something. Now we talk.
Exactly right. And so, man, it's going to be a good one. Yeah, it's going to be a good one. So, I can't wait to see it.
For sure. And on to my game of the week, man. We got a Sunday night game. Not as spicy, in my opinion, as this Minnesota Buffalo game as far as record-wise and, you know, what it means for each team. But I do like this game. And we got the Los Angeles Chargers going to San Francisco to take on the 49ers, man. The 49ers in this particular game. And I'm going to say this, Willie Jack. I'm going to go San Francisco in this one. You know, and a lot of it is because of, you know, your boy over there, man.
Come on, man. C-Mac is back, man. Come on now.
C-Mac is back, man. And the lack of production, or how do I put this? The defense for the Los Angeles Chargers have been underwhelming for sure. And going into this particular season, it's like, all right, we got these pieces over here on defense. What can we do? You know, can we really? Does this really take us over the hump? We got our guy as our quarterback. I'm talking from a GM's perspective, or a coach's perspective. It's like this is what my team looks like. I got my guy at quarterback. You know what I'm saying? I got my running back. I got weapons on the outside. You know, and I got one of the best left tackles in the league. I got these defensive pieces. You know what? My team should be good. We should step right into it and be competing right with Kansas City as soon as we walk through the door. You know, but it hasn't looked like that. Now, of course, they have injuries. They've been banged up a little bit. Slater is out for the season, but you still have more than enough to be a successful team, and they just haven't showed that as much. Now, so it's on Herbert. It's on you, Herbert. I need you to show up and show out. Give that ball to Eckler. Use him the same way that they use Kamara. Get him the ball early and often in space. Do what y'all need to do. And you know, get the ball to your boys on the outside too. You know, your Keenan Allens and your Mike Williams. But I think Mike Williams might be out this game, but still.
Oh, is he?
It's on you. At the end of the day, it's on you, Justin Herbert. You know what I'm saying? But I said all I have to say it's
Mike Williams and Keenan Allen both out.
Well, that goes even more to what my point was going to be when I'm talking about San Francisco. It's not going to be enough for them boys. You know what I'm saying? Because they rolling and they got a lot of different weapons. And this is the thing that a lot of people aren't saying. This is what this is doing for this San Francisco offense by bringing C-Mac over there. It doesn't put him in a position to where he has to make plays. It's good where he can let the plays come to him. That's when Jimmy G is at his best. When plays come to him, he's at his best. But now he has so many weapons. He can hit Christian McCaffrey coming out of the backfield. You got your boy Debo. He coming back. He's fresh. He missed the last game. You got Ayuk. He was really stepping into that role as that second receive over there. Then you got Kittle. So pretty much, if we can get this run game going, use the play action and use all the different gadgets that Shanahan comes up with, the game is just going to come to me. It's going to be easy. You know what I'm saying? And if we can do that, I don't have anything to worry about. I can just play my game and we can win these games. If I can play my game, we can win these games. And it's just that simple for Jimmy G and his offense, man. So I'm going to go San Francisco in this game. And I think this is not going to be as close as the other game of the week. I'm going to go 27-20 in this game. 27-20. Yeah, 27-20. I almost gave him an extra 3. I almost gave him that.
Well, and honestly, I was going to say, because that score is actually pretty close to mine, I'm also taking San Francisco at the crib. I've got 27-17. 27-17 San Francisco. And I think this is another game, just like you said, man. One team's getting a piece back. The other team's losing more pieces every day. And so Keenan Allen back out, Mike Williams out, and then you got – go ahead.
31-23. My bad. Switched it up. 31-23.
Go ahead and spread it on now.
Yeah, I just give him. I think it's gonna be a few more points scored. 31-23. Verrett is out. The defense for the San Francisco is not gonna be as strong. And then of course the Chargers defense hasn't been playing well. So this one, 31-23. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go. I'm still keep that 27-17. And I think this is a game. Now, on the other side of that, for me, I think the Niners defensive front has a chance to get after Herbert here. Especially because without having his primary guys on the outside, now you have had good performances by Josh Palmer, number 5, Josh Palmer, and I can't even think of the other kid's name. And
DeAndre Carter.
And DeAndre Carter, there you go. So yeah, Josh Palmer, DeAndre Carter. And so those are the guys that's going to be outside today. You still got Eckler, but this is the game where I just think the Niners defense just matches up well, even without Justin Verrett. Or Jason Verrett, who is out again for the season, man, with a torn Achilles. Man, talk about sad to see it, bro. I hate to see it. This is a guy that just did not catch a break. This was a guy who was a little thin build or a little undersized coming out. I want to say TCU. I remember him coming out. I want to say it was TCU, but stud. But like it just never really got to be everything he could have been because of injuries. But anywho, I think this is a game where C-Mac has a day, man. C-Mac has a day here. I think Joey Bosa and those guys up front, I think they get after Justin Herbert pretty good, making life difficult for him. He doesn't have his premier guys on the outside to maybe bail him out and make the plays that he's accustomed to them playing. So maybe he does hold the ball that extra 0.3 seconds, and they'll tell you 2.7 time to release and 3 seconds time to release. Well, that's a sack. You know what I mean? And actually, you want to be closer to 2.4. 2.4 is that cutoff. Above 2.4 and under 2.4, and you telling me that DeAndre Carter and Josh Palmer are going to get separation and be open and where they're supposed to be in less than 2.4 seconds? If that's the case, then we wouldn't have to worry about Mike Williams and Keenan Allen being gone. So I think this is the day that Nick Bosa can get home a couple times. I also like the linebacker matchup, Fred Warner being firmly in the mix and capable of keeping up with Austin Eckler out the backfield as well. So I still like that.
I don't know if you've seen that play I sent you too, man. The play I sent you, and I'm gonna put it in the group of Fred Warner flying across the field, man, diving over an offensive lineman and making the tackle. I said, man, that's crazy. Man. That boy for real.
Yeah, no, exactly right. And that type of size range and that type of size, speed, and athleticism. Well, he's not a big guy. I shouldn't necessarily point out the size, but that type of range and athleticism, exactly what makes him special, and one of the premier cover players at the position as well. And so that still all bodes well for him being able to to handle Eckler, and especially when Eckler may have more of an emphasis because there's not the threat of Mike Williams and Keenan Allen on the outside as well, so they can focus on make sure they take him out of this ball game. And then, like I said, on the other side as well, man, you got Khalil Mack who's doing what he can do. He made a splash play, of course, in Atlanta, taking the ball away from Ricky Drake London, and then had the slowest 40-yard return you've ever seen. Boys was jumping on his back. He didn't even slow down because he was already just going slow. He didn't even slow. Boy, it was 2 people on his back. He didn't even slow down. He stayed at a consistent 12 miles an hour for that whole 40-yard return, bro.
12? He was at 12.
But them legs was heavy, boy. Them legs was heavy. But yeah, so Khalil Mack's not gonna be enough. You do have Derwin James who's playing good ball as well. But I mean, like I said, I just think that there's too much for for the Chargers. The Chargers, the Niners are going to give the Chargers like too much to handle for what they have. So you've got two guys there. You've got Khalil Mack, who you need to get out to Jimmy G, and then you've got Derwin James, who you need to neutralize Kittle. You need him to try to neutralize C-Mac, and you need him to he rushes or plays short and in the ring as well. So they're going to be pulling him a lot of different ways. He's only one guy. He can't stop the bleeding everywhere. And so, like I said, I think that San Francisco has a chance to kind of coast in this one once the game gets going. But I'm going to take it 27-17. I think C-Mac goes for 150 today combined. I'll go 150 combined today. And so I think this is a game where maybe that looks like 70 on the ground and 80 in the air, a touchdown either way. You know what I'm saying? We know the boy can pass. He liable to throw one of them things. But I'm going to give him 150 total, man, and 2 touchdowns, man. Just another day at the office for the best in the business, man. Come on, man. C-Mac is back.
Hey,
you know,
if y'all been with us, man. If y'all been with us today, man, Willie gave y'all 3 guys, man. He laid it out for y'all, man. He gave y'all C-Mac, he gave y'all TP, and he also gave y'all Diggs. Yep, he gave y'all 3 guys, man. 3 guys who gonna be fantasy performers, man. So if y'all been paying attention, my dog laying it down for y'all. He lacing it up, laying it down. He giving y'all the performance, man. So like you said, Willie Jack, if you're playing your fan duels, if you're playing whatever you're playing,
come on now.
Hey, you listen to my dog. He giving
you
the answers.
Now.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, and you know, they forgot that.
We give you the answers to. You can't cheat on the test. We give you the answers to.
Talk about it. Come on now, you went in there with the answers. I told you the question and the answer. Come on now, and don't forget the freebie, man. Y'all want a little extra credit? Big play TJ going off today, man. Big play TJ and that Steelers defense gonna show up today as well, man. So hey, that's a little nugget for you as well. Get them on. Get that Steelers defense today cheap.
And if you need a QB, you know what I'm saying? Pro Bowl Justin Fields. I told you 4 touchdowns. Man.
Hey, I like that too, bro. I'm definitely running up somebody FanDuel today. I'm definitely picking up Justin Fields gonna be a bargain. That Steelers defense gonna be a bargain. Boy, I'm finna go crazy in somebody FanDuel.
And then you spend your bread on C-Mac Diggs and your other boys.
Hey, exactly right. Everybody's gonna fill in. He said TP going bigger than C-Mac today. You know what? Ooh. No, honestly, I think they gonna have a pretty similar day. I think they're gonna have a pretty similar day. Well, I'm not gonna lie. I think I gave C-Mac extra. Yeah, I gave TP 130 total, and I gave C-Mac 150. But I also think that Green Bay defense can be a little stingier or be a little more stout against Dallas than the Chargers. What I expect for them for the Niners. And the Chargers defense is a little underhanded. Green Bay defense still is intact. They've just been underperforming. So I still think they are a tougher matchup.
And more to that too. I think C-Mac is a little bit more a part of the passing game for the 49ers.
Oh, no, that is
in comparison to TP to the Dallas offense. So I think their package and the way that they're used is a little bit more versatile in San Francisco than it is in Dallas. So yeah. I go C-Mac too. If I had a choice, not to say that it can't happen. It can happen, especially if you playing the whole game. But I would go C-Mac if I had to. I would go that one.
Yeah,
but hey, Willie J, you see the time, brother? You see the time?
Hey.
You got enough time to get your fantasy lineup together,
man.
Bro.
You trying to tell me, man? Y'all got so lucky last week, man. I didn't get to update I had everything going on. I looked at my thing. I had like 4 active players in both my face. I'm like, man, hold on, man. Somebody got one off on me, but it's all good. We back today with a vengeance.
We back today with a vengeance, man. Back today with a vengeance. Greg Suarez keep coming with the comments, man. He comes in. He
come
says,
on with it. Hey, finish strong, man. Come on, finish strong, Greg. Let's go.
He says C-Mac almost makes Jimmy a worthy play. And I agree with you. And that's kind of what I was saying earlier, man. When you get all them weapons and different things you can do, Jimmy G can just let the game come to him. It's not like he's a guy, you know what I'm saying? Like Willie likes to say, it's not like he's a guy who can make plays on his own. But when you get all these weapons around you, yeah, my stat line is going to look good at the end of the game. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm getting it to these guys. You know what I'm saying? So I might throw for 300 yards. Yeah, now granted, a couple of them may be screens.
Hey, look, but 250 yards, only 50 of them was air travel. Only 50 of them was the ball traveling in the air. You know,
because he got dogs.
That's a legit possibility. Yeah,
he got them dogs, man.
You're tripping. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. So yeah, he does make him a legit fantasy play. So I'm with you on that, Greg. Definitely with you on that one.
Hey, shout out to Greg. Boy, my dog said he got in here late, then he finished strong though. Boy, we appreciate it, big dog.
All good, man. All good. And he says I still got Fields on DK though. He said he still got Fields on DK.
On DK, on DK.
I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Oh, DraftKings.
Oh,
Okay.
DraftKings.
Yeah,
okay,
there you go. I had to think about it. I thought Metcalf. I'm like, man, wait a minute. Hold on now. Okay, yeah, DraftKings. There you go.
That's what I thought too. I thought it too. I thought it Metcalf.
But no, I think that's a smart play. I do like that Fields play for sure. Like, yeah, I like that play for sure. Hey, if that's it, that's all then, man. Hey, wrap them on up. What we got going on?
Bring us on home, dog. Bring us on home.
Well, there you have it, man. Week 10 is in full effect here in about 15 minutes. That also means y'all got 15 minutes to get them picks in, dog.
That's it.
Pick 'em is live. Pick 'em is active. You got about what, man? Hey, look, they got about 15 minutes and 46 seconds. Get them picks into my dog Chop, man. Chop works super hard, keeping all them damn picks and keeping all those tallies. Little pencil whipping going on, but it's all good, man. We gotta give him a break, man, because he's holding it down. But yeah, man, get those picks in for sure, man. Appreciate all them members, man. Appreciate all the gang that came through today, man. Let's see what we had, man. We, of course, got Big Dog Grid Squires in the building, man. Hopefully them Raiders get something done for you, the Big Dog, today, man, because you deserve it. Appreciate you rocking long and strong with us, man, throughout this thing. Man, our dog Tom was in the building, man. Day one game Jarrell was in the building, as always. You know what's going on. Day one game Miles was in the building, as always. You know what's going on, man. Wifey, Shauna, and Baby Love was in the building as well. We appreciate that as well. Man, I already got my dog Tom, man. He already let you know, man. The real was in the building when he get in.
Hey, shout out to my partner Deshaun, man. Deshaun rode in this thing, man.
Hey, there you go.
Checking us out, bro.
Come on, man. Shout out to my dog Chop Dog LaShine, man. Deshaun, man. Matter of fact, you Chop Dog, that make you my dog as well, man. So shout out to our dog Deshaun coming through the building, man. Shout out to Jared as well. Jared's sitting in my seat right now. When Jared number one in the pick,
it might be Jarrell. Jarrell might be sitting in your seat now, bro.
Oh, Jarrell got me?
Yeah, I think Jarrell might be sitting in your seat because remember I told you we made.
Oh yeah, to fix his picks.
I had to fix the picks.
Yeah,
we'll see after this week though.
Yeah. I'm back now. Hey, I'm back now. Hey, Grace, say take care, man. Much love, respect, man. All right, man. Get you somewhere comfortable. Get you an adult beverages. That's your thing, man. Sit down and enjoy your football, big dog. Come on, man. Y'all know what's going on. We will be back, man. Come on, stop playing. Wednesdays, 7 o'clock. Y'all heard what Chop said. He said you ain't safe till you touch home base. And the home base show is Wednesday. We put that on the shirt. I like that. I just said that every week since you said it. You forgot. Hey, that was jiggy. I like that. You ain't safe till you touch home base. And the home base is the Wednesday show, man. Come on, man. When this whole thing got started, dog. Wednesdays are 7. I'll tell you how serious the Wednesday show is. I stopped wearing watches on Sundays because I ain't got nowhere to be on Sundays. We in the building, Chop. Chop took his watch off on Sundays and Wednesdays too. That mean what you doing, man? Because Sundays at 10 o'clock, you in here tapping in with your dog, Chop Willie in the morning, and then you get your football fix in, and then you circle back, and you come back Wednesdays at 7 o'clock, you take your watch back off, because you ain't got nothing else to do but being here, tapping in with the home base, tapping in with your dogs, tapping in with the three amigos, who I left out earlier, man. I can't believe I disrespect y'all like that. Chop didn't let me know. Hey. Shout out to the three amigos, man. That's like that, share, that, subscribe. Y'all know the rest of it. I ain't gonna get into it right now, man. But did want to shout out the three amigos, man, holding us down the long and strong way, man. As always, we appreciate the love and respect. Man, take care, love, respect, my dog, Greg Squires. We appreciate all the love. We appreciate all the support. Couldn't do it without you. Wouldn't do it without you if we could. Man, hey, till next time, man. Y'all have fun. Y'all be safe. Enjoy yourselves. The chat is live. The chat is open.
It's live.
Get in there. Let me know what's going on, how your team did today. And other than that, peace.
Peace.